Welcome to the Wellness Project with Des. I'm your host, Des, a mental health therapist and holistic wellness coach. On this podcast, I bring you conversations with experts in mental health and wellness, along with powerful firsthand stories from those who have navigated their own mental health journeys. Together, we explore practical tips, tools, and strategies to support your well-being, offering hope, encouragement, and inspiration along the way. I'm so grateful that you're here. If you enjoy the show, I'd love for you to take a moment to leave a review on iTunes and rate the podcast 5 stars on Spotify. Your support helps the Wellness Project with Des to grow, bringing even more incredible guests and valuable insights to our community. And make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss a thing. Enjoying the podcast? Stay tuned until the end to find out how you can support the show and ways we can work together. Now let's dive in. Hey there, I'm your host Des. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is a very special episode. I am here today solo, just me, no interview, because it is episode number 200. That sounds so crazy for me to say. I cannot believe it. I never could have imagined that when I started this podcast recording back in 2019, that I would hit episode number 200. I don't think I ever could have thought that. And it has taken a while. It is 2025. I did start recording in 2019, so it has taken me a few years to get there because there's been a lot of changes with the podcast. At first, I was very inconsistent. I wasn't releasing episodes even monthly. I think it was like every few weeks or something like that. And there's been a whole lot of changes over the last few years. So it's kind of nice to look back on where I started, where I've been, and where we're going. So yeah, I don't know if many of you know this, but I did start out on YouTube with a YouTube channel and switched to podcasting for kind of like personal reasons. Did switch to podcasting, and I started out with doing movie reviews because that used to be, I'm still very passionate about watching movies, but I used to be pretty passionate about writing and filming movie reviews. So I started recording movie reviews, and then I really wanted to interview people. Being a therapist and coach, I'm sure it's not a huge surprise to you, but I love talking with people about their lives, like really deep, in-depth stuff. So I wanted to start interviewing people. That's something that I had always wanted to do. And I started interviewing people about not mental health and wellness, where we're at now with the podcast, but I started interviewing them about their hobbies, their passions, their different multi-passionate projects, their creativity. And something that was really interesting to me that really struck me was that in all of these interviews, and you could go back to the beginning and listen to them, they're still posted, but everybody was talking about their mental health, their imposter syndrome, their like high levels of anxiety. So I thought that something was there, something was kind of connecting and aligning. So I thought that was really interesting and shifted my podcast to be more about mental health and wellness, which is my career outside of the podcast. So it kind of aligned in that way and kind of really came together, and it felt right. It felt natural. It felt good. So I started interviewing people experts in the field of mental health and wellness. I'm sure you've heard a lot of those episodes, and also people coming on and sharing their firsthand accounts of their mental health journeys, which I thought would be super, super helpful for people to gain inspiration and hope and realistic tips and strategies. And I've enjoyed it so much over the years. I've learned so much. I've gained so much value from it, from each and every one of my guests. They've all been so incredible. I've interviewed people about their grief, about their trauma, about their mental illness, about their traumatic experiences, about overcoming limiting beliefs, about healthy nutrition, about their eating disorders. I've interviewed psychics, chiropractors, Reiki practitioners, therapists. I've interviewed people about finance and financial well-being and health, how food impacts your mental health, movement, how to heal with movement, how to heal with creativity, writing, how to break free from people pleasing, how to foster your mind-body connection. I've interviewed people about diet culture, how to heal from betrayal. I've interviewed people about their experiences with different healing and therapeutic modalities, such as internal family systems, positive psychology, EMDR. And I've interviewed people from all over the world. I've interviewed people from different parts of Europe, from Australia, different parts of the United States. Some, coincidentally, being in my state when I lived in Colorado, and then also in Washington state, just completely coincidentally. During our conversations before I hit record, we always say like, oh, where are you from? And they're like, oh, I'm in Washington state, like in this area. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is such a crazy coincidence. That happened all the time when I lived in Colorado. So funny. So it's been really cool, really, really amazing just connecting with people from all different parts of the world and hearing their stories, and the honor and privilege of having them share them with me and you. It's been an incredible 5 to 6 years. So where are we going from here? I've thought a lot about this. I've put so much thought into this, and it hasn't been an easy decision at all, but I have decided that for now, this will be the last season of The Wellness Project with Des, as you know it, for the foreseeable future. I've thought about this a lot because the past few months I've strongly been gravitating toward other projects. I've been really feeling this pull to get back to my writing. I used to write all the time, and with all of my time, focus, and energy going towards the podcast, I haven't written much the past few years. I've really put that part of myself really on the back burner, but I feel that part of me resurfacing really strongly in the last few months, and I just can't ignore it anymore. I'm somebody that has a lot of dreams, a lot of goals, a lot of things I want to accomplish, a lot of ideas all the time. I have so many notebooks, so many Google Drive docs, so many documents on my computer just full of ideas. I just write down my ideas all the time, and I just feel like I can't really get to them and bring them to fruition. And it's kind of frustrating having all these various ideas that I think about all the time in all these various places and not working on them. And this is definitely not a permanent goodbye to the podcast, but more of a see you later. I would love to come back on like maybe a monthly basis, bi-monthly basis with solo episodes or even some interviews. I really love the podcast a lot. And like I said, I've just gained so much value from it, so many great connections. I love connecting with people from all over and hearing their stories. I just love it so much. I love interviewing people. So it's definitely not the end, but I'm really giving myself permission to let go of the feeling of obligation to get an episode out every week or every 2 weeks. This season, as you know, has gone bi-weekly because I just have had other things that I've been wanting to focus on, and it takes so much of my time and energy I don't always have. Moving the podcast this season to bi-weekly has really, really been helpful, but even then, I don't feel like I have enough time and space to work on the other things that I want to work on, the other projects. I would love to be more open and flexible with what I put out on the podcast. And the podcast isn't ending just yet. We still have 12 more episodes. We have fantastic interviews coming up to close the season out strong. So it is going to continue through the end of December, and I usually start a new season in January. And I will be back at some point. I just don't know when. I don't know in what capacity, but I will be back. So keep a lookout. You can stay subscribed because then you'll get a notification for when I pop up in your app, wherever you listen to podcasts. I will pop up there when I put out a new episode. And I'll also let you know by email as well. So definitely subscribe to my email list to get updates, to get those notifications. And you can find that link in the show notes. This has also been a difficult decision, but at the end of the year, I did also decide to close my Facebook group, my private Facebook group, because it used to be very interactive and engaging, but with so many changes with Meta and Facebook groups, I've heard from so many of my members that they don't see my content anymore, that they have to specifically go to my group to be able to see my content. It's not showing up in their feed anymore, and it used to. And so it's just not as engaging as it used to be. All of this does not mean I'm going away. It means that I will be showing up in other ways. So I'll still be very active on my Facebook page and my Instagram page. And those are The Wellness Project with Des. So I'll still be there daily, every other day, every few days, whatever the case may be. I'll still be on Instagram. I'll still be on my Facebook page. I just won't have my private Facebook group. It'll be a lot of the same content. So a lot of mental health and wellness content. I'll also be available for one-on-one coaching, and I'll be more active on my website. So I'll be writing more blogs, more written interviews. I'll be posting more products. I'll be adding a lot more freebies, workshops, email courses, ebooks. I have a lot of things in the works that I've been wanting to focus on. But again, a lot of my time, all of my time and my energy has gone to the podcast. But again, I just feel my energy being called to different projects right now. And I do want to put out some physical products as well. Along with following me on my Facebook and Instagram pages, again, The Wellness Project with Des, you can also follow me on my website, accordingtodes.com. So that's where all the blogs and all of that will be. I'll add my link tree to the show notes so that you can find me everywhere. Go to my Amazon store, my Redbubble with all those different kind of products. And also, with the podcast ending, it's not going away, so you can still catch up on episodes you haven't listened to yet or listen to your favorite ones again and again. It's still going to be on your favorite podcasting platform. And you can still share them and tag me when you do listen to them. I've absolutely loved doing this podcast, and I definitely feel sad, and I'm going to miss it so much. But I'm also so excited about what else is in store. I'm really excited to work on other things and hopefully bring you even more exciting content and products and all of the things. I'm just very excited. It's definitely bittersweet. I have a lot of feelings and complex feelings about it, and I'm sure you do as well. So definitely feel free to message me or email me if you want to talk about it, or if you have anything you want to say or any feedback or anything. I'm definitely open to that. So yeah, that is my update, and I just can't express my appreciation for you guys, my gratitude that you've been with me through this whole process, listening to the podcast, giving me your feedback. I wouldn't have a podcast without you guys, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much for following me on this journey, being a part of it, and I really hope that the podcast has brought you value. I hope that you've learned a lot. I hope that the countless tips and strategies have been helpful for you, and I hope that you've gained a lot of hope and inspiration from hearing other people's stories. And I hope that they've helped you to grow in your own life and to improve your mental health and wellness. In the next few months, especially, I would love to hear any feedback you have. I would love to hear your favorite episode. I would love to hear what strategies or tools or tips have stuck out to you the most, have really stuck with you and have made a lasting impression on you, maybe something you've incorporated into your daily life, any mindset shifts that you've had from the podcast. I would love to include those kind of things in the last episode in December. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for helping me to get to episode 200. And I hope that you stick around for not only the rest of the season, but what is more to come post the Wellness Project with Des podcast, because there's going to be a lot more coming. And I hope that you stick it out with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you in 2 weeks with an amazing guest. See you then. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. For detailed show notes, go to accordingtodes.com / and then whatever episode number this is. So again, that's accordingtodes.com / episode number. If you'd like to work together, you can schedule a free coaching consult call, or you can join my Mindful Monday support group. Links are in the show notes. You'll also find a curated list of books written by or recommended by my amazing podcast guests on my Amazon storefront, so be sure to check that out. If you loved this episode, share it and tag me on social media. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at The Wellness Project with Des. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment. For more wellness resources, you can visit my website, accordingtodes.com. There you'll find wellness blogs, expert interviews, and a wide variety of digital products like ebooks, audio meditations, and downloadable journals to support your mental health and personal growth. If you gain value from this podcast, consider supporting the show by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com / The Wellness Project with Des. Your support helps the podcast to grow and allows me to continue bringing you incredible guests and valuable content. While you're at it, join my email list to stay in the loop on everything I have available for you. As a thank you, you'll receive a free downloadable coloring book with positive affirmations. I'd also love for you to join my Facebook community where we dive deeper into each episode with discussions, journal prompts, reflections, and mental health and wellness content. It's a supportive space, and I'm there daily. Come say hi. The link is in the show notes. And don't forget to check out my Redbubble shop. The Wellness Project by Des, my collection of mental health and wellness products, is designed to uplift and inspire. From fun and uplifting apparel to motivational notebooks and bags, you can browse the collection at my Redbubble shop and be sure to favorite my store because I'm always adding new designs. And if you have a custom idea, feel free to message me. I'd love to create something special for you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back soon with another episode, and until then, I hope you have a calm and peaceful week.